Jet streams. Jet refers to a stream of fluid emerging from a nozzle. Basically, it is a stream of fluid moving at a higher velocity than surrounding fluids. If this jet strikes an obstruction placed in its path, it will exert a force on that obstruction. It has various applications such as First, let us recall principles that we have already taken: Pascal's law and Bernoulli's principle. Pascal's principle and Bernoulli's are all principles that are implemented in jet streams, as we will see later on in this video.
The exerted force in the jet stream is known as impact of the jet, and it is designated as a hydrodynamic force. Since there is a change in momentum, we will evaluate the hydrodynamic force exerted on a body by a fluid jet by using impulse momentum principle. Let's discuss impulse momentum principle in depth in order to have a better understanding of jet streams. Impulse momentum principle is a modified form of Newton's second law of motion. The impulse exerted on any body is equal to the resulting change in momentum of the body in the direction of the force.
In order to approach any jet stream problem, we will use Bernoulli's assumptions that the fluid is incompressible, flowing in a steady state, inviscid, and in a laminar flow. The general impulse momentum equation then becomes Pelton turbine is an application of jet streams. It has a fixed nozzle called a penstock which increases velocity of the jet stream. In the penstock area under isothermal conditions, the velocity of the fluid increases as the area of the cross-section decreases. We can describe this relationship using the continuity equation. The continuity equation for the incompressible, non-viscous, and steady-state fluid between two sections becomes the following. But since it's incompressible, the densities in the two sections are equal, which leaves us with
The following figure shows a penstock in more details. When the pressure in any part of the fluid flow passage reaches the vapor pressure of the flowing liquid, it starts vaporizing and small bubbles of vapor form in large numbers. These bubbles are called cavities. They are carried along by the flow. As they reach high pressure zones, these bubbles suddenly collapse and the vapor condenses into liquid again. Due to sudden collapsing of the bubbles or cavities, the surrounding liquid rushes to fill them. The liquid moving from all directions collides at the center of gravity, which makes the pressure goes up. The formation and collapse of cavities causes severe damage to the surface, causing the surface to become pitted. This phenomenon is known as cavitation. It is a common problem found in turbines as well as various hydraulic structures, such as penstocks, valves, and gates. To avoid cavitation, parameters such as pressure head, flow rate, and exit pressure should be set in a way that at any point in the flow, the static pressure should not exceed vapor pressure of the liquid. Liquids are generally considered as incompressible fluids, but in this situation, we cannot make these assumptions, because due to cavitation, jet streams is mixed with vapor and liquid, which makes the flowing fluid actually compressible, making the flow unsteady and non-uniform. Also, flowing fluids are usually considered non-viscous, but in practical cases, fluids becomes viscous and causes resistance to the flow of the fluid, which leads to head loss. Moreover, inner periphery of components has rough surfaces, which causes friction head loss. Finally, at high velocities, the flow is usually turbulent in nature.